My name is Gerard Letterie, and I'm a reproductive endocrinologist at Pinnacle Fertility in Washington, here in Seattle, and Seattle Reproductive Medicine. And I'm going to spend the next minute or two talking about a trigger shot and what it means, what we're trying to accomplish. And to best understand that, I'm going to circle back and just talk about a normal menstrual cycle. And as you probably all know, we'll just take the hypothetical normal 28-day cycle, quote normal. Actually, it's plus or minus 2 days. Each month, ovulation is accomplished by the pituitary secreting the hormone LH. And that LH is the natural trigger that induces changes in the egg, not only releasing the egg or ovulation, but inducing certain changes in the egg that gets it ready for fertilization. So take that model now, that normal menstrual cycle and the normal trigger with LH, and we're going to transfer that over to the process of IVF. With IVF, we're going to substitute a trigger shot, either HCG or Lupron, and I'll explain the difference in a moment. Because during IVF, we don't want you to ovulate. We want to continue the stimulation for as long as it takes to get the highest number of the best quality eggs. So we'll typically use something like Ganirelix, and that blocks ovulation. So the ovaries are developing eggs ready for ovulation. But because of what we've done, blocking the pituitary gland from working, we have to substitute a trigger or substitute an injection for that normal process I described to you a moment ago. And those triggers are either HCG or Lupron. HCG is hormonally very similar in structure to the LH that happens each month. With Lupron, we're relying on the pituitary to make a little bit of LH to stimulate those changes in the eggs that get them ready for fertilization. So in both circumstances, whether it's with HCG or Lupron, the idea is to get the eggs ready for fertilization, certain maturational changes in the egg, but to retrieve the eggs before they're actually ovulated. Which brings me to two other points, and then I'll end. Sometimes patients will ovulate regardless of what we do. We would know that during the retrieval process where most of the follicles are gone. The second is the unusual circumstance of what's sometimes referred to as a failed trigger. That means that although the hormones may have been secreted or not, the eggs didn't receive the message and are not available for retrieval. And that's the story of the trigger shot, why we do it, what we want to accomplish, and the different forms of a trigger. Thanks for listening.